All right, all praises. So for those who are just joining us here, um, we this is part two of the ancient Negro year lesson, right? So off camera, I kind of already went into what it's going to be about. Um, if this is the first video you're seeing, go find part one. I'll put it in the video description. um, or just right on the front page. I'll put in the video description. Um, but let's get into it. All right, we're gonna learn today about how we measured our time before our traditions were utterly destroyed by our colonizer, man. The man who enslaved us, the one against whom our entire faith is. Right? I want to bring out Revelation Revelation 13, right? And I want to bring out verse 9 and verse 10, right? Uh Let me get that off you there, Sabs. Revelation
He
13, verse 9 and verse 10.
he that leadeth into captivity shall go into
9, verse
captivity.
9 and verse 10.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So stop right
He
there. First thing the Most High says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Which means what? The Most High is not going to beg you to accept this truth. He's not going to beg you to accept any words that he says because his words are the truth and they will come to pass whether you like it or not. They are what they are. It is what it is. Yahweh doesn't change for any man. He is who he is. He's done what he's done and he's going to do what he's going to do. That's why he says, if you have an ear, you're going to hear this, right? Meaning, if it's for you, you're gonna embrace it. In another place, he says, "My sheep hear my voice," man, right? And paraphrasing, and they follow me, man. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. So if you can't accept the things that Yahweh teaches and follow him, you're just not the sheep. So go do what you're doing, right? You have your place, you have your lot. It's not among the flock of the Most High. But if you have an ear, you will hear. And this verse 10 is a damning verse for Israelites in and outside of the truth. Because one of the biggest issues Israelites have is letting go of their oppressor. They have what's called the Stockholm syndrome. They've been abused by their oppressor, the colonizer, the so-called white man, the so-called European, the Edomite, so long that now they love him, man. Now they believe in what he believes in. Now they prefer his culture over their culture. And this is not new because it happened to our people around the time of Maccabees, about, I believe it's I want to say 150 BC, thereby, right, thereabout, sorry. It happened before, right? And so it's just happening again, right? So this verse 10, you know, this is the measure of whether or not you're in this faith, man. Because he tells you what our faith is all about in these few verses, right? So go ahead, Saps.
he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
You hear that? So the most I tell you straight, the patience, meaning what we're waiting for, and the faith, meaning what we believe is going to happen, whether anybody likes it or not, we believe that the one that lead us into captivity The chief, which is the Edomite, and the rest of them all found in Psalm 83 from verse 1 on down, right? The so-called Edomite, sorry, the Edomite, who is the so-called European, the Ishmaelite, who is the so-called Arab, the Hamite, who's the so-called African, they're all going into captivity. The chief of them being the so-called white man, because the Most High tells you in the scriptures, he would be the one to destroy the mighty and holy people. And you can find that in the book of Daniel, the seventh chapter, and in the book of Daniel, the eighth chapter, towards the end from 18 on down, right? He says, these people that led us into captivity, they're going into captivity 100%. He said the ones that killed us with the sword, meaning the literal weapon, but also the sword is a metaphor for war. He said they themselves will die by war, right? And that is the whole thing we're waiting for. And that's the whole thing that we believe in. The vengeance of the Most High, man, on our behalf, right? So if you're not there yet in your spirit where you're waiting for the Most High to take the ones that lead your nation into captivity and to kill them with war, who killed you by war, if you're not there yet, you got some more soul searching to do, man. You got to read more of this Bible. You got to learn more about what these people have done to your people. And you have to learn more about the nature of the Most High because he deal with just balance and just weight. So you can't do the Most High children wickedness and expect to escape. There will be no escape. The justice is going to be that you will be repaid, you know? Um, yeah. So, I mean, that being said, how did I even get into this whole tirade? I don't even remember, but all praise to the Most High, to the Spirit, it came out. Um, let's see here. Okay, so this is what our whole faith is about. Good, good, good. Was someone gonna say something? Okay. So we're gonna jump right into part two, right? We're gonna look at the names of our months, right? Found in the scriptures, right? And what you're gonna find is some of the scriptures have names. Sorry, some of the months have names, and some actually don't, right? So yeah, that's really interesting. But we'll look at it nonetheless. And we may look at some very important things that happen in the various months of our year, right? Things to commemorate even in our minds as we move through the various months of our year, right? So let's go to Esther 3 and we'll read verse 7. Sister Akira, can you pick that up?
This right here.
Yeah.
In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ah-
Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus, sorry, they cast that is the lot, before Haman from day to day,
Yeah.
and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar.
Right. So we have two good pieces of information here. We have the name of the 12th month, and we also have the name of the first month. Now, what you're gonna see through the spirit, through these scriptures here, is that there's another name for the first month, right? So let's go to Deuteronomy 16 and we'll read 1. Notice it says here the first month is named Nisan, right? In the first month, that is the month Nisan. All right. This is very, very important, right? We may get around to it. I'll basically just let you know. Nissan, they start calling the month Nissan because Nissan starts at the same time as Abib. Okay, that's what I discovered in my research. The month of Nissan starts at the same time as the month of Abib, and so That's why when we once we went into the Babylonian captivity, we started calling uh Habib Nisan. All right. But let's go to the scripts here. Deuteronomy 16 and verse 1. So you'll find Nisan is also called by another name. Let me get that, KK. Nice and loud, please. So, I mean, you guys should be noting this down. So now, by the time this lesson is finished, you're gonna know the names of your months, man. Not all of them, because they're not all in the scriptures, but you'll know the names of many of the months of our year, right? So you can kind of put that on your calendar and have fun with it, man, right? Knowing, reclaiming your heritage, right? So let me get verse 1, uh, KK.
Observe the months of
Nice and loud, nice and loud. You're a bit too low there.
observe the months of Abib, and keep the Passover unto Yahweh thy God. For in the month of Abib Yahweh thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Right. So we know when we keep the Passover, right? In the first month of the year. So it's telling you you keep the Passover in the month of Abib. You see that? Showing you that hey, Abib is the name of the first month of the year. Now let me see here. There's another scripture that I just thought about. Let me see. Let's see here. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Let's go to Exodus 34 and we'll read verse 18. Let me get that, please, House.
The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I commanded thee, in the time of the month of Abib. For in the month of Abib thou camest out from Egypt.
Right. So another witness that in the month of Abib, we came out of Egypt, right? I just want to get the direct shot. It was 12. Okay. Exodus 12 and verse 2. It says, And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And you shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. Remember, it's talking about the first month here. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. Now, does anyone know what this is describing? Can anyone tell what this is describing so far? What feast is this? Where you
The
kill the lamb?
Passover.
That's right. Right. So now when we go back, remember he said, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So in the beginning of months, the first year of the month, um, you know, the Most High called it what? He called it Abib. One second. Yeah, when we go back here to 34, and I believe it was 18, the feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep 7 days. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread as I commanded thee in the time of the month Abib. For in the month Abib thou camest out from Egypt. You see that? And we saw that it was the first month. And here it is called Abib. Okay. So I hope y'all see that and that's clear. All right. So any questions about the first month? All right. Let's go on to the second month. First Kings chapter 6 and verse 1. Now what you'll find is for many of these months, there's only one witness in the whole scriptures, right? What you're gonna do? If there's only one witness, you gotta use your one witness, right? So the second month, let's see what it's called, right? Let me get that, Sister Akira. So the first month is Abib, second month, go ahead.
From verse 1.
Yeah, just verse 1.
Okay. And it came to pass in the 408 oh my gosh, 80th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month Ziph, which is the second month that he began to build the house of the Lord of Yahweh.
Right. So you see, second month is called the month Ziph. Okay. Let me go to First Kings 6 here on Bible Hub, and you guys will see there's no other witness for that particular month of Ziph. Okay. Um, doesn't mention Ziph here in the cross references. Doesn't mention Ziph here. Does not mention Ziph here. Right? None of the, I checked them all, okay? They don't mention Ziph. You can double check them on your own time, all right? But it's not there. Okay, there's only one witness for the month Ziph. Okay, let me pull up the interlinear. Okay, so this month is actually Zau. It's not even Ziph, it's Zau. Because this is the Tazad and this is the Wow letter. So that it's actually Zau. Um, Second month mean brightness or splendor. And what I was looking for here is the other witnesses. Okay. Um, so notice the only other scripture is in the same chapter, in the same book by the same person. Okay. So that's just second First Kings 6:37. All right. So when I say there's no other witness, I mean you don't hear it from the mouth of anyone else. Okay. Because we know the word says, by the mouth of two or three witnesses, every word is established. Okay. At the end of the day, this is out of the mouth of the same person in the same chapter, as far as I'm aware. And so this is all we got, right? That being said, um, we have the second month, which is the month of Tsao. Okay. Um, Translated as Ziph in English, which is crazy. Okay, let's move on to the third month. So hopefully everybody's got that written down. First month Abib, second month Zao, all right, or Ziph in English, all right. And Zao would be Tzaw in Paleo Hebrew. Okay, the third month, we got it in Esther 8 and verse 9. Okay, go to Esther 8. Go to Esther 8 and let's try to get the KJV here and verse 9. All right, let's get that KK.
Not available right now.
All right, Sabs, go ahead.
That then were the king's scribes called at the time in the third month, that is, the month of Sivan,
Right.
on the 3 and 20th day thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And it was written according to all that Mordecai commanded unto the Jews, and to the lieutenants, and the deputies, and rulers of the provinces which arc from India unto Ethiopia,
Right.
127 provinces,
Mm-hmm.
unto every province according to the writing thereof, and unto every people after their language, and to the Jews according to their writing, and according to their language.
Right. All right. So, Mordecai had a decree to put out, right? And it's telling you, how he went about putting that decree. And there's a lot of nice meat in this uh verse here. For example, you can see that there were Israelites in India, man, and Ethiopia, right? Even during the time of Mordecai, right? So that's a little nice little clue here that you know, we were in other parts of the world, right? And that's backed up in the New Testament where for Passover, it tells you that the Judeans were coming from every nation under heaven. I mean, word for word, it tells you every nation under heaven. So, um, we didn't just always we weren't all in the land of Israel 24/7, all right? But we all came back there for our holy feasts, okay? Um, so that being said, the point here is that they were called in the third month, that is the month Sivan, right? So, KK, what is the name of the third month?
What is the name of the third month?
Speak up. Yeah, what's the name of the third month? The scriptures say the name of the third month is?
Stivian?
Hmm?
Stivian?
Sivan. Good try. It's Sivan in modern Hebrew, and in Paleo Hebrew is Siwan. Okay, so this is S, this is the Ya, which make the Y sound. Okay, we know it's a vowel, so this would be what's that? Sai one. Okay, so Sai one. All right, or C1. All right. So that's the real name of the third month. All right. That would be the month Siwan, all right, or Saiwan. Some will pronounce every letter and say Sa Ya one. Okay, they'll say Saya one. Right. At the end of the day, the Most High will give us the 100% proper pronunciation upon his return when we get our pure language back. But all we can do is do our best based on evidence that we see in the Paleo Hebrew of our vowels um, and of our phonetics, basically, right? Which I've studied extensively, and pretty much I've concluded that we use the A vowel, right? That's what was um, in between these letters, okay? It was the A vowel, all right? We use the I sound, okay, for the ayin, the E sound, oh, sorry, the Ya sound for the Yad, as in Yahweh. Um, yeah, man. And we weren't using E's and U's and all of these things. That wasn't a thing, right, in Israel, right? And I have, even secular witnesses showing that, for example, the word shalom or shalom was actually anciently shalom. Okay, so we weren't dealing with certain sounds in our languages, right? But that's a whole other lesson. In any case, we know here from Esther 8 and 9 that the third month is the month Sewan. All right. Let me just see here. Yeah, and again, when you check the cross references, excuse me, C1 is not mentioned amongst any of them. Okay, they have all to do with the subject matter of this particular verse and nothing to do with C1. All right, and you guys can double check them yourselves. So let's move on to the fourth month. Let's move on to the fourth month. What's happening here? All right, let's go to Ezekiel 1:1. This is the book of Ezekiel 1:1. Like to, you know what? Let's go here. Let me get that, Sister Akira.
First one, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the fourth month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Shabar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw the visions of Yahweh.
right. So is the name of the month given here?
Not in that verse, no.
No. And let's go to Jeremiah 52:6. I'll ask you to read that one as well. Go ahead. You can go from 5.
So the city was besieged
BC.
onto besieged onto the 11th year of King Zedekiah.
Mhm.
And in the fourth month, in the 9th day of the month, the famine was sore in the city, so that there was no bread for the people of the land.
Right. So again, any mention here of the name of the fourth month?
No.
No. And in fact, it's not mentioned in the scriptures. Okay. So as far as we're concerned, the fourth month is nameless, man. It's just the fourth month, you know. So we don't have any records of the name of the fourth month. Now it could be in the book of the wars, which Yahweh mentions as a legitimate book, but we don't have the book of the wars of Yahweh. And there's another book that he mentions as well that we simply don't have. So it could be in one of those books, but it certainly isn't in the scriptures that we have in our hands today, right? So let's move on to the fifth month. Savs, you'll cover that. Let's go to Zechariah 7. I will read verse 2 and 3.
When they had sent unto the house of God Sherezer
Mm-hmm.
and Regemelech
Mm-hmm.
and their men to pray before Yahweh, and to speak unto the priests which were in the house of Yahweh of hosts,
Mm-hmm.
and to the prophets, saying, I should weep in the 5th month, separating myself, as I have done these so many years.
Should I weep? You see that, right?
Yeah,
Should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself as I have done these many years? So is the name of the 5th month mentioned here?
no.
Right. So let's go to Second Kings. Twenty-five 8. Go ahead.
And in the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, which is the 19th year of the king Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem.
So in the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, uh, Nebuzaradan, okay, captain of Nebuchadnezzar's uh, bodyguards or army. Uh, well, which one specific? I'm not too certain. It says he was a servant of the king of Babylon and he came to Jerusalem. When? He came in the 5th month and he came on the 7th day of the month. Any mention there of the name of that particular month?
No.
No. So there's no mention of the name of the 4th month or the name of the 5th month. Now, what? All right, so moving on. Let's go into the 7th month. First Kings chapter 8. Sister Akira, can you get that one?
Sorry, verse 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto King Solomon at the feast of in the month of Ethanim, which is the 7th month.
Right. So we have the name of the 7th month, which is the month of Ethanim. All right. So again, we have no other direct precept for that. So this is the only place that we see that showed. All right. Let's go to the 8th month.
You keep licking the thing and it's dirty.
I don't know if you want him to stop, get up and stop him.
Um, what do you call it? Sister Akira, just mute your line for a sec.
I'm keeping it.
All right, so we have the 8th month, which is which we can get here in verse 38. So let's get that, Sabs.
And in the 11th year, in the month Bol, which is the 8th month, was the house finished throughout all the parts thereof, and according to all the fashion of it. So was he 7 years in building it.
Right, so the name of the 8th month is what?
Bol.
Right. One sec. I want to show you this in the Hebrew. All right. So what would this be in Paleo Hebrew? Can you tell? This is the ba, this is the wow, and this is the la. Lamad. This is the lamad, sorry. This is the ba, this is the wow, and this is the lamad. Can you tell what that would be?
Baulamad?
Nope. This would be ba, which is the way you pronounce the essentially the B in Hebrew. This is the wow, which is pronounced wa, right? And this is the final L, right? So when you have a final letter, 9 times out of 10, you do not add the vowel A after it. It's just the letter sound alone. So this would be ba wal. Okay, so the name of the month is actually Bawal, not Bol, as these people say here. Okay, so that's the eighth month. The eighth month is the month Bawal or Bul in modern Hebrew. All right, let's go to the ninth month. We'll go to Zechariah 1. Zechariah 7, sorry, and verse 1. Let's get that, KK. Can you get that for me there, please?
Yep. Um,
Verse
and
1.
it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius that the word of Yahweh came, and unto Ze- 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 Zechariah,
Zechariah.
Zechariah, in the 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chilisu,
In what?
Chilisu,
Nope. CHIS. This is the K sound.
the is Kislu,
That's right. Even in Kislu. All right. So the name of the ninth month is
Kislu.
Kislu. Right? Um, which let me just pull this up in the interlinear. So that's Kaslau. All right. So it'll be Kaslau. Ba meaning it of. Okay. Ba of Kaslau. Okay, so it would be Kaslau, not Kislu. Let's head to Nehemiah 1:1 for a witness on that. Sister Akira, if you're available, bring it out. If not, Salves, bring this one out. So, Sister Akira, you available?
Yeah, I am now.
All right, go ahead.
The words of Nehemiah.
Say again, Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 1.
Okay. The
Oh,
words,
sorry, yeah. So you can read there or Yeah, there's fine.
The highlighted bit.
Yeah.
Okay. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliah. And it came to pass in the month of Chislev, in the 12th year, as I was in Shushan, the palace.
As I was in Shushan the palace, right? Let me just go here. Yeah, read on as I was in Shushan the palace. Read verse 2 as well.
That that Hanani, one of my brethren, came, he and certain men of Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. No, I
Right? Um, the point here being, it came to pass in the month Kislu, right? In the 12th year, he was at Shushan, the palace. Um, so this is just another witness showing that Kislu is mentioned. It's not telling you exactly when Kislu is, but Kislu is mentioned in this other scripture within the Bible. Okay. Let's see here. I think that's all I want here. Yeah, that's all I wanted from this one. Okay, so let's go to the 10th month, and that's in Esther 2:16. Let's get this here. Go ahead, Sabs. Go ahead, Sabs. Esther 2:16.
I was saying I have to leave now.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Shalom, and have a great day, okay? Thanks. It was good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us.
You too. Shalom, Dad.
All right, shalom. So it says here, so Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus in his house royal in the 10th month, which is the month Tebet. In the seventh year? In the seventh year of his reign. All right, so let's look at that. Esther 2:16. What is happening there? Here we go. Like what? All right, so we're gonna look at the interlinear. All right, so that month is the month Tabath. Okay, Tabath. Okay, with a TH, Tabath. But you don't really say the hard TH, it's a soft TH. Okay, so in the month Tabath. That's the Tabath. That's our 10th month. All right. Uh let's go to Genesis 8 and we'll read verse 10. Let me get that, KK. Hmm? Wait, what? Ah, okay, okay. Let me see. So this is just showing you something significant that happened during the 10th month. All right, so let us see. Is this what I want here? Genesis 8. One second. Mm, no. I think that's a false shot there, family. My bad. Let me find this here. There we go. How did I write this here? Crazy. All right, so this is Genesis 8, and I'll go from verse 4. The ark rested in the seventh month on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. All right, so when we reach that 10th month, we can remember that after the Most High flood the earth, on the first day of the 10th month, that's when the top of the mountain was first seen, man. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, right? So I thought that was interesting to share. So you can kind of mark that in your calendar, man, and give the Most High an extra praise on that day, you know? Let's go to the 11th month, which is called Shabbat, right? Zechariah 1, and we'll read verse 7. KK, can you grab that?
Two,
Zechariah 1:7, go ahead.
upon the fourth and the 20th day of the 11th month, which is the month Sabbath,
Mm-hmm.
in the second year of Darius came the word of the of Yahweh and Zechariah, the son of Ber Berechiah,
Berechiah,
Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying,
right? Read 8 as well.
I saw by night, and behold, a man riding upon a red horse, and he stood among the myrtle trees that were in the bottom, and behind him were the red horses, speckled and white.
Right. And the point here being that in the fourth day of the 11th month, which is the month Shabbat, he saw these particular things. Okay. And let me just show you guys this in the interlinear. Right. So Shabbat, not Shebat, but Sha, that's the shin, sh, pronounced Sha, and then you have Bat. Okay, not Bath, not Bath with the soft th, but hard t. Shabbat, the month Shabbat. Okay, so that's the name of our uh 11th month, the month Shabbat. Okay, what happened that was very important in this month that we can commemorate? We can commemorate verse 3 to 5 here. Sister Akira, let me know if you can read. If you can, great. If not, I will bring this out.
I can read.
Okay. Give me verse 3 to verse 5, please.
And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spake unto the children of Israel, according unto all that Yahweh had given him in the commandment unto them. After he had slain Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt at Astaroth in Edrei,
Mm-hmm.
on this side Jordan, in the land of Moab, began Moses to declare this law, saying,
Right. So that's it. Right. So what else happened in what was important that happened in the 11th month of our year, according to this, Sister Akira?
Moses gave the children of Israel the commandments.
That's it. Right? Right. Moses spoke unto the children of Israel according to all the Lord had the Most High gave unto him. Right? And had he done this before? Certainly, right? But he refreshed them, in the 11th month in the 14th year, right? You know, giving them instruction as to what they should do um once they come into the land of Canaan, right? And it tells you here in verse 6, Yahweh, our God spake unto us in Horeb, saying, You have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey and go to the mount of the Amorites and unto all the places nigh thereunto in the plain and in the hills and in the vale and in the south and by the seaside to the land of the Canaanites, right? And unto Lebanon, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. So that's when Moses gave them the charge to remove from Mount Horeb, man, right? And go into the land of the Canaanites, right? And this is awesome. We know how many years they stayed there. The 14th year, man, right? 14th year in the wilderness, in the 11th month. They got the charge to go into Canaan and take that land, essentially the land of Israel, and take it, right? So all praise to the Most High. All right. Last month, the 12th month, which is the month Adar, we'll revisit. I think we were in Esther 3. Yeah. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of the king Ahasuerus, they cast pur, that is the Lord, before Haman, for from day to day and from month to month, to what? The 12th month, that is the month Adar. And this name is correct, right? Adar. Actually, let me just double check, yes, because that could be Idar. Esther, Nehemiah. Esther 3. Oops. 7. Okay, so it is Adar. All right, the month of Adar. All right, so that's correct. All right. Let's get another witness on that. So what is notable? Well, let's get another precept, I should say, on that. What is notable here, it says, now in the 12th month, that is the month of Adar, on the 13th day of the same, so every time the 12th month comes, the 13th day, when the king's commandment and his decree drew near to be put into execution, in the day that the enemies of the Jews hoped to have power over them, though it was turned to the contrary, that the Jews had rule over them that hated them, the Jews gathered themselves together in the cities throughout all the provinces of King Ahasuerus to lay hand on such as sought their hurt, and no man could withstand them, for the fear of them fell upon all the people. All right. So on this in the month of Adar, on the 13th day of Adar, amen, we put hands on the heathen that were planning to slaughter us, man. We slaughtered many heathens, right? Chiefly Edomites, you know. It says, and all the rulers of the provinces and the lieutenants and the deputies and officers of the king helped the Jews because the fear of Mordecai fell upon them. For Mordecai was great in the king's house, and his fame went out throughout all the provinces. For this man Mordecai waxed greater and greater. Thus the Jews smote all their enemies with the stroke of the sword and slaughter and destruction, and did what they would unto those that hated them, man. See that? So, you know, um, on that day, man, we got revenge. We got revenge on the heathens that were planning to kill us. And the same thing's gonna happen when Yahweh comes back, man. When Yahweh send Yahweh Shai with the army, um, to subjugate this world, man. The people that had planned us hurt, they themselves will find themselves under the sword, man. Right? They themselves will find themselves, a victim to violence for the violence that they were planning against us. So this is a foreshadowing of what's to come on the day of judgment. All praise to the Most High, right? So let's see here. I'll go down to 19, 18 and 19. It says, but the Jews that were at Shushan assembled together on the 13th day thereof, and on the 14th day thereof, and on the 15th day of the same they rested and made it a day of feasting and gladness. Okay? So that's where we get I believe it's Purim. So we get Purim. Therefore, the Jews of the villages, yep, it is Purim, that dwelt in the unwalled towns, made the 14th day of the month Adar a day of gladness and feasting, and a good day, and of sending portions one to another. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus, both nigh and far, to establish this among them. So you see that Mordecai sent letters to establish what? That they should keep the 14th day of the month of Adar and the 15th of the same yearly, as the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning unto a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and send portions one to another, and gifts to the poor. Okay, so we have our own righteous gift-giving feast, man, and it's Purim, right? And it celebrates us escaping the destruction that our enemies had for us and putting the destruction upon them. So on the 13th day we destroyed them, and on the 14th day we destroyed them, and then we set a feast for the 14th and 15th day of the 12th month, the month Adar, to remember those times. So when that month comes along, we keep a feast anyway, Purim, that's what it's all about. But on the 13th day, hey, remember, man, and give thanks and praise to the Most High. Watch a movie, draw a cartoon, write a poem, memorialize the day, because it was a day of greatness. And this day is coming upon us once again. It will be repeated, as I read very early in this lesson, right? So that being said, in conclusion, this is the truth of the ancient Negro year. It is a time determined by Yahweh our God. It is perfectly balanced and holy, right? Keep your year and not the time of the beast, man. We have amazing holy days, right? We have a perfect year, man. 12 months, 30 days each month. We're able to tell by the moon, exactly the day that it is. um Keep the Most High here, right? And leave the confusion of Esau, in the background, right? Um, one more scripture, last scripture. This is Daniel 7. Sister Kira, are you able to read this?
Yeah.
All right, let's get from 23 to 28.
Okay. Thus he said, The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break it in pieces. And 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
So stop right there. Really important thing to see. The Most High tells you from the vision of Daniel, the fourth beast that Daniel saw was going to be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. Now, did the Most High have anything good to say about this particular kingdom? No, man. The Most High said the kingdom will devour the whole earth, man. Eat it up, man. Right? Feed himself, get fat off of the whole earth, man. What else he gonna do to the earth? He gonna tread it down, man. Mash down the earth. Destroy it. And he says he's gonna break it in pieces, man. Right? And when we look around us, we surely see that the people ruling this earth right now have done exactly that. They've devoured the whole earth, right, with colonization. They've trodden down the whole earth with colonization and demonocracy. And they've broken the world in pieces, man. Stealing the world, in a literal sense, stealing the world and dividing it up amongst themselves when they were not the owners thereof, right? And also just destroying the peoples, man, fracturing the people's cultures, fracturing the people's minds, man, fracturing the people's morals. So this fourth kingdom has done nothing but evil upon the earth, right? And 24 tells you exactly how he did it. And this is just talking about how basically America um, won the competition between I believe it was Spain, Portugal, and the English in order to form America. Those are the 3 kings that they subdued, right? Reading on, read on.
Sorry. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time, and times and the dividing of time.
So this is one of the key parts that I wanted to highlight. The Most High told you this guy was gonna change times and laws, and indeed he did, right? He took the laws of God and told you don't have to keep them. Don't keep the Most High Shabbat. Don't wear fringes on your clothes. Men can wear dresses. Women can be out here in pants. I mean, you name it, man. Homosexuals can get married. I mean, eat pork, eat shrimp, mix your fabrics. Hey, do what you feel like, man, because Jesus loves you, right? God loves you, and He's ever merciful. So sin it up. Right? These are the great words against the Most High. I mean, and told you the Most High is a Edomite, man, and showed you that Yahweh Shai was an Edomite, right? And what are you gonna do? Wear out the saints of the Most High. This is another clue showing you who the saints of the Most High are. Who did this guy completely wear out through his kingdom, man? This kingdom was built on the back of who? It's the so-called Negro. This is who he wore out, right? Completely, mentally and spiritually, right? And then what the Most High tell you? They're gonna be given into his hand. So we'll be powerless to do anything for a time, times, and the dividing of time, right? And that's 350 years, man. This guy would just have dominion. We wouldn't know what the hell's going on. And he would just, be destroying us, man, giving us the old Stockholm syndrome, right? But then what the Most High say was gonna happen after that? Verse 26.
But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and destroy it unto the end.
So hold right there. So these same people that he's destroying right now, the Most I tell you, the judgment is gonna sit. That's Yahweh Shai, and take away his dominion. That's Yahweh Shai, to consume and destroy it unto the end. So this kingdom is getting destroyed. And it don't matter what anybody opinion is. He who has an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He who killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? And then what the Most High say is going to happen after that kingdom get destroyed? Verse 27. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Sorry. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatest of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High,
Mhm.
whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Right, so stop right there. So at the end of the day, the kingdom is coming to the Most High saints, man. That's who it's coming to, right? And you're not a saint just with your blood only. You can have the blood of the saints, but the acts of demons, man. And if that's what you have, you're a demon. You're not gonna make it, right? The blood of the saints has to be coupled with the lifestyle of the saints, which is a holy priestly lifestyle. And if you live that lifestyle, as Yahweh Shai says, he's gonna give you power over the nations and allow you to dash them in pieces the same way his father gave him power over the nations and allow him to dash them in pieces, right? And he say, all dominions shall serve and obey him, meaning Yahweh Shai, who Yahweh has given all the power, the true black Messiah. So they shall obey him, which means they shall obey you if you remain righteous. And then, so that being said, what did Daniel say in verse 28?
Back. Um, Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my con my cogitations
Hmm.
my cogitations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me. But I kept the matter in my heart.
Right. And this is a staunch piece of wisdom here. Daniel said that's the end of the matter. It is what it is. That's what's gonna go down. And he said, as for me, my cogitations much troubled me. What is his cogitations? Let's pull this up. Whoops. Oh, I said print. What is his cogitations? Action of thinking deeply about something, his contemplation, right? His thoughts. His thoughts much troubled him. He was troubled in his thoughts about all of these things. And I'm led to believe that Daniel was troubled knowing all the destruction that we would have to go through before we got the victory, man. That's why he was troubled, right? And he says his face changed, man. That's how much he was troubled about all of this. But then what did he do? He kept the matter in his heart, he says, which means in his mind. And this is a staunch piece of wisdom for you, right? As the people of the Most High. You must know what's happening, but don't go out there as a fool on the road, man. Giving your pearls to swine and casting what is holy unto dogs, man, right? Give these words to your people. Meditate upon these things and know that your victory is here already. All you got to do is endure, man. You understand? And keep these things in your mind, right? So that you keep yourself from getting enticed by the world, man, and by worldly things, you know? And you will make it. You do these things and you will make it, right? So now you know your times and your laws, man, you know, um, when you didn't know them before, right? So you can add that to your arsenal of building back your holy life, right? And with that, all praise to the Most High via Yahweh Shai the Prince. We'll shut down in a word of prayer and the blowing of the trumpet. And for those who are joining us online, if you want to learn how to walk with the Most High in spirit and truth and with all humility, definitely subscribe to the channel and build with us, man. All right. So all praises.